Les interviews du doc, c'est maintenant sur Vinyl Time.
Bah voilà, alors tiens, on va vous faire découvrir un groupe, un quatuor italo-suédois. Le groupe s'appelle Headless. Il vient de sortir son nouvel album qui s'appelle Transitional Objects depuis le 29 août via M-Theory. Voilà, alors Headless, c'est un groupe qui a été formé en 1996, qui s'est arrêté, qui est revenu en 2011 et qui revient sur le devant de la scène avec ce nouvel album. L'idée, c'était de pouvoir en discuter et puis on a la chance d'avoir avec nous le guitariste Walter Cianciusi. Cianciusi, oh, my Italian is so poor.
Sans souci, I would say.
Walter Cianciusi qui est avec nous. On retrouve bien sûr quelques personnes voilà, intéressantes, notamment au chant Göran Edman. On retrouve Martin Enmantel qu'on a connu dans LG et Enrico à la batterie qui est le frère de Walter. Et puis on s'était dit, on va inviter tout le monde pour en parler. Walter, thank you so much again for accepting my invitation. It's a great pleasure to speak about your new baby with no live in front of the world. And again, congratulations to coming back. First of all, what a long story about Headless, because it looks like a young band coming, but we have a lot of history. It's coming on 1986 and coming back in 2011. So what a long story behind Headless and coming, not coming back, touring and so on. And what a great pleasure to hear some new song from you. What is your feeling right now? Because this new record is totally live and totally shared with everybody after a lot of work and so on. So what is your feeling today? Because when you have a new, I think it's
yeah, I'm totally excited about it. Super excited, and I didn't sleep last night because of the album release, actually. Well, talking about the history of the band, it's true. Headless exists since 1996, I would say, but even a little earlier, actually. But I consider the first run of the band something completely unrelated to what happened starting from 2011.
okay.
I believe we're talking about two completely different bands. In the beginning, we were just a high school band, basically playing some metal, playing some covers, and also playing some original material. We did an EP and a full-length album back in the 90s, but I would, if it would be possible, I would like to have all the copies of these two works with me to burn them to avoid diffusion of this so immature music. Yeah, we were really young, we were unexperienced, and the big gap between the 90s and the 2010s served to learn to properly play our instruments, learn to properly discover composition and improve our musicality.
Bon, voilà, vous l'avez compris. Alors, le groupe a été créé en 1996. Alors, comme le dit Walter, il préfère oublier cette partie qui était plutôt quelque chose de jeune. Voilà, c'était une période, c'était le début, mais c'est l'histoire. Il y a toujours une histoire derrière un groupe. Donc, il y a une première partie en 1996 où il voudrait récupérer les disques et les brûler, mais bon, c'est l'histoire. Et puis derrière, effectivement, il y a une partie en 2011 qui est plus aboutie, on va dire, parce que plus mature, avec plus de découverte des instruments et de tout ce qu'ils ont pu apprendre. Et voilà, mais ça fait partie de la vie. Et puis, ce nouvel album arrive là maintenant, donc c'est important. Et comme il le dit, il n'a pas bien dormi la nuit dernière parce qu'il y avait justement l'album qui arrivait et c'était voilà, c'est touchant de se dire qu'il y avait ce petit stress là qui est arrivé. Walter, what a good surprise that you coming back with this 8 song plus one cover of Megadeth. Like you said at the beginning of your story, you are a tribute band or something like that, so you keep the idea of covering something, but what a great song to start. What less? What it's one of my favorite songs. Directly, you open and you give some energy on this first song. It's clearly something that you want to have at the beginning of the first one. Would be like a punch or something like that coming directly on the faces of the fan, because it's a huge one. I like these songs. And what is behind this one, and what is the feeling when you create this 7 song plus one, and the idea to select the ordering part, because sometimes it's so difficult to select which one is the first, which one is the last one. But this approach is really huge. So how can this story behind this song, and how you create this album with everybody right now?
Okay, nice question. And thank you for appreciating Weightless. It's a song that is really important for me because it's dedicated to my firstborn son. So it's like an homage to him, something that I would like to leave as a present for him when I'll be gone. And so the lyrics are very, very carefully researched on this one. Honestly, I'm not the kind of composer that writes a lot. I don't write a lot. I always write when I cannot contain within me anymore an idea, a melody, or a sound that I can hear in my head, maybe for weeks or even for months sometimes. When am I about to explode, then I start writing a new song. And this project was written with a set list in mind. I mean, when you hear Weightless, you're hearing the first song that we recorded for the new album. And Losing Power, the second one, is the second song that we recorded for the album. So there's a careful orchestrated energy along the way, because I build the next chapter after hearing the previous one. So I know what I want to hear after the previous chapter. The only exception is the cover that was recorded in between, and we left the cover at the end just because it's something that in some way exulate from the typical Headless style. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. I have to give you the chance to translate more. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's better to listen you. It's great to understand the philosophy around your creation. It's really it's really impressed that how you create something new. I like the idea coming like this. Voilà, donc on est en train de parler du morceau Weightless, comme vous l'avez compris, qui est un morceau très personnel qui ouvre l'album. C'est vraiment un super morceau. Il y a du riff, il y a une section rythmique qui est super bonne. Voilà, il y a une mélodie très claire qui est très personnelle, comme le dit Walter. Et puis après, voilà, je posais un petit peu la question de savoir comment se créent les titres. En fait, comme il le dit, Weightless, ça a été le premier. Après, le deuxième morceau, c'est Losing Power, et ainsi de suite. On a senti, voilà, en allant, ils savaient où aller, ils savaient comment créer les titres, ils savaient comment les mettre. Et donc, c'est comme ça qu'ils ont avancé dans la création de cet album. Et puis, la reprise de Megadeth, pour ne pas la nommer, qui s'appelle Atouf, I Knew It All. Elle est arrivée au milieu de tout ça, mais ils l'ont mis à la fin parce que ça fait un peu comme une fin de chapitre de cet album, de se dire, il y a les 7 titres qui sont là avant, et puis ça, c'est un petit cadeau qu'ils nous font. And Walter, on this last one, you have a good friend playing on it. It's Andy Martin Jgeli, who is playing with you for this cover of Megadeth. It's a good cover, in fact. Huh? I hope Dave Mustaine can listen this one. I think it would be great for the last album of Megadeth who is coming. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we chose to cover Megadeth this time because, as you probably might know, I play with David Ellefson,
Yes.
both in studio and live since 3 years now, and I've always been a huge fan of Megadeth. If you look at my back, there's a
Yeah.
whole column dedicated to Megadeth, a whole column of stuff.
I
I
have the
have
same so far.
plenty. I have plenty of items that David didn't even see in his life. So I am really a huge fan of Megadeth, and especially the mature period. I like it a lot. The euthanasia,
Yeah.
cryptic writings era. And I always adore the song "I Thought I Knew It All." So when I discovered that David was the real author of that song, because there's been a short period in the history of Megadeth in which Mustaine decided to share credits with the other band members. And on Euthanasia, you can read that the song "I Thought I Knew It All" that we covered is by Mustaine, Friedman, Manza, and Ellefson, as all the other songs. But of course, sometimes the inspiration comes from one guy more than the others. And David confessed me that for that particular one, he basically wrote it all. So it was 100% David Ellison. I was so impressed, and I said, okay, that's the right one. Let's do this.
Bah voilà, vous l'avez compris. Bon, voilà, Walter, il est comme moi, il est super fan de Megadeth, de la bonne période, de la grande période de Megadeth avec tous les albums comme Euthanasia notamment, qui est un très bon album, et il y en a d'autres, Cryptic Working et puis d'autres. Il a plein de choses que David Effelson lui-même n'a pas vues. Il faut rappeler que Walter, bah, il joue aussi beaucoup avec David Effelson maintenant, que voilà, c'est une longue histoire. Je pense qu'il doit y avoir des longues soirées pour parler de la vie de Megadeth et de tout ce qui se dit. Voilà, comme l'a expliqué Walter, il y a un moment donné, effectivement, sur les crédits, vous allez regarder, ils étaient tous crédités, pas seulement Dave Mustaine, et puis il a choisi de reprendre ça parce que bah, voilà, c'est un titre de David Effelson. C'est un clin d'œil de Walter à David pour lui dire hey, tu vois que je peux reprendre tes titres, hein, c'est pas mal aussi. Et cette version-là, elle est très très bien. Walter, one things about the band, because of course, you have your brother playing drums. We have Martin Enmontal who is playing with LG before. And of course, you have Göran Edman singing a lot. It looks like a Swedish or Italian band and something like that. Or you create and or you have time to work all together. Are you working all together in the same room, or what is your approach for recording
Okay.
listening the song?
Okay. Well, it's usually like this. I write some dysfunctional pattern along with the drummer Enrico, that is my cousin. When I add something interesting, start recording a demo around the basic rhythmic idea. And then when the demo is almost done, I mean drums plus guitars, no bass at all, I send the demo to both Goran and Martin.
Mhm.
And Goran usually creates the melody and the harmony of the choirs with fantasy words. Resembling to English, but it's not English, it's not Swedish, it's not a language actually. Then at the same time, Martin tried to think about a bass arrangement. When they send back their ideas to me, I usually start writing the lyrics along with the melodies created by Goran, and see if the best part is exactly matching the harmony of both my part, of course, it does, and also Goran's part. When everything is ready to go, we start really recording, and we basically record drums and guitars here in Italy. I have a studio not so far from the place of this interview. Martin has it's not his own studio, but he's very in confidence with the guy at the studio in Eindhoven, Netherlands. And finally, there's Göran putting all the efforts for the vocals in his own studio, and it's a nice studio that he built during the Fire and Ice era, and still there. It's a nice place, very isolated from the rest of the world. It's not really in Stockholm, but in a suburb called Söderhamn. And for Göran, this is the only way to go. He couldn't feel comfortable in an environment with sound engineers judging his work. He has to do it alone, and when he is ready to present the final product, usually it's perfect, even from the recording perspective.
I know that Göran have a lot of different stuff coming in. I know that he have a lot of different project on the way right now. So I know that he's coming with some other bands right now. So I'm waiting some other stuff coming from some other hour or melodic rock CD with coming with Göran on it. So yeah. That's the point. Ok, so bah voilà, Walter nous a expliqué. Donc il écrit effectivement, il y a des idées de musique. Ils ont pour travailler ensemble, ils ont effectivement pas mal travaillé dans un studio qui est près de chez lui, avec Enrico qui est à la batterie. Après, il y a Martin qui est plutôt du côté d'Eindhoven, qui travaille sa base de son côté. Et puis tout est envoyé, il y a des idées qui sont envoyées à Göran, et Göran travaille de son côté à côté de Stockholm pour bâtir sa manière de chanter sur les titres qu'il reçoit. Et c'est comme ça que derrière, en faisant ce travail à quatre de chaque côté, ils arrivent à trouver quelque chose de fort et de concret, hein, comme cet nouvel album qui est dispo là depuis aujourd'hui. Et puis le travail de Göran, il pousse sa voix comme il l'entend, comme il le sent, sans stress, sans pression particulière d'un song engineer ou de quelqu'un, de gens qui sont à côté. Il travaille dans le sens du groupe et il donne toujours les meilleurs. Et comme le dit Walter, quand il reçoit la fin de ce qu'a enregistré Göran, c'est parfait, ça rentre pile poil dans ce que le groupe et dans ce que Walter attend. Walter, what is the next step after that for Headless? I know that you are everywhere. Do you thinking that at one moment you have the possibility to share on stage some music with the rest of the band?
Absolutely. First, I want to complete the answer for the previous question, because you asked me if there's ever a chance to gather in the same room with the guys and play and jam together. And we did it. We tried to do this during the tours that we previously did for Headless. But it was really unexpected, the result, because we were in the same room, ready to go, ready to gather some ideas, and nothing came. So we were so embarrassed. So I think this routine that I described is really the only way to go for us. We need to be alone in an intimate place to be properly creative, both myself and Göran, actually.
Voilà, c'est juste un petit compliment de réponse de Walter avant qu'on parle de jouer live. Ils ont une fois été tous ensemble dans une même pièce pour travailler. Ils étaient tous super contents, ils avaient envie d'y aller, voilà. Et puis comme dit Walter, ça a fait pchit. Il n'y a rien qui est sorti, il n'y a rien qui venait, ça n'allait pas. Et donc ils ont acté qu'en fait c'était mieux qu'ils travaillent chacun dans leur coin pour faire la création d'Headless, et pas tous ensemble, parce que peut-être par voilà, par manque de confiance les uns envers les autres, ou peut-être par stress, ils n'arrivaient pas à faire ce qu'ils voulaient. Voilà, c'était le petit point de confirmation de Walter. So Walter, are we coming back at the questions regarding touring?
About the future.
Yeah,
We just gathered a couple of weeks ago in Bergamo, Italia, northern Italy.
yeah, I know. It's near to Milano. It's near to
Yes, it's
It's
very close to Milan.
I know.
And we were shooting the video for the song "Still Material."
Yeah.
It's gonna be out in the next weeks, and we talk a lot about touring and about possible chances to do some live performances. And we all agreed that we have to do it, absolutely. This is not a simple thing for Headless, especially because Göran has been in a bad period of his life, a very depressing period of his life. During the previous album run, during the Square One era. But now he's in a good state of mind to both playing live in festivals or playing on a long tour. The problem is that I am really involved in the David Ellefson project and now also in the Ellefson Soto project.
Yeah.
So I have to find a way to put everything on the map, both the tour with the guys in Ellefson and the tour with Headless. So probably it will be around the summer of 2026. There will be a tour or several dates in festivals for Headless.
Ah, voilà, vous l'avez compris. Alors, effectivement, Walter, il a beaucoup de travail avec deux artistes que j'adore, David Effelson et Jeff Scott Soto. Ils se sont vus, ils ont fait un nouveau clip qui va sortir prochainement. Ils se sont dit que ça serait bien effectivement de pouvoir faire des dates et de tourner. Göran Edman est dans un bon mood pour pouvoir retourner, ce qui était peut-être plus difficile il y a quelques temps. En tout cas, ils sont ouverts effectivement à pouvoir tourner. Ils sont ouverts à peut-être revenir l'année prochaine, en 2026, sur des festivals. Pourquoi pas le Sweden Rock, pourquoi pas des festivals voilà, un petit peu partout en Europe. Puis quelques dates autour de ces périodes où il y a beaucoup d'opportunités pour beaucoup de groupes. Aussi, c'est bien et c'est pas bien. En tout cas, on va suivre l'histoire. Walter, one question more personal, because I know that you're playing with two of my favorite bass player and singer. So I'm a huge fan of Jeff Scott Soto since 1984, when I discovered Jeff with Yngwie Malmsteen, of course. And I'm a huge fan of Dave Effelson since he's playing with Megadeth since a long time. What is your feeling when you play with these guys? Because it looks like you look like a small guys playing and chance to play with two big artists, because I know that Jeff and David playing a lot everywhere and around the world, and you look like a small guys coming around these people and say, "Oh, I'm here." What is your feeling? so impressed that
it's
you work with two big artists, in fact.
It's a weird feeling, actually. Usually at the beginning, there's always some fear. And I remember, especially with David Ellefson, because I'm such a huge fan, I was trembling on my legs during the first rehearsal. And then you forget about it. When the music finally starts, you think about the music and you don't think about him anymore. The secret is you don't have to see him in face, because otherwise you're lost. You have to think to be in a regular band. And it happened once. We were live and I was side by side with David doing the typical Judas Priest move with the instruments. And I made the mistake to watch him in the face, and I felt like I was in a, DVD of Megadeth, and I was so shocked by this fact. I wasn't prepared for this, so I fucked up immediately my part. Yeah, but it's a great feeling actually.
Ouais. So, bah voilà, j'avais une petite question un peu plus personnelle pour Walter avant de terminer, parce que bah, il est effectivement, vous l'avez compris, il joue beaucoup avec David Elfedson, avec Jeff Scott Soto, le nouvel album. D'ailleurs, il faut que je termine ma chronique du Elfedson Soto qui est disponible depuis peu. Et je lui disais comment ça se passe. Bah, effectivement, la première fois, quand ils sont rentrés dans la salle pour répéter, ses jambes tremblaient. Il dit, il faut surtout pas regarder les yeux dans les yeux, David ou Jeff, parce que derrière, on risque, euh, on risque pas l'arrêt cardiaque, mais presque, hein, parce qu'effectivement, il se sentait au milieu d'un DVD de Megadeth. Après, il plante sa partie de guitare, donc ça va pas bien. Donc voilà, mais en tout cas, il est très heureux d'être au milieu de ces grands artistes, et on prend plaisir à découvrir. Bah, on écoutera et on découvrira bientôt ce projet Felson Soto, parce qu'il faut que je le chronique, et je vais essayer de caler une interview pour avoir un des deux, ça serait pas mal. Walter, before we ending again, congratulations for this new life and new look coming for Headless, and this new records coming since a couple of hours right now, with called Transitional Object, with really a mix between melodic, hour, classic, and progressive, and so on. It's a big one and huge one, because we have so many different things when you listen these records. We have to pass 2 times, 3 times, 5 times to rediscover some riff, some bass, some background, some words. So that's why I said it's a good one, because sometimes when we listen only one and you pass something, but when you get to listen many times this new CD, it looks like a big one. So again, congratulations to you and to the band.
Thank you so much,
Olivier. It really impressed me, this coming back again with the band. And before we ending, Walter, do you have some words for the French listener we discover maybe this afternoon? Headless? Wow.
Thank you so much, guys. It's always a pleasure to play in France. We did a couple of shows with Headless, and a lot of shows I did with Jeff Tate actually in France, and it's always a great feeling, because people are fresh and really. It seems that there's always friendship between the band and the audience, a little bit like in Italy. So I can't wait to see you again and play there, hopefully. And thank you, Olivier, for the great review you did and for this interview. It was such a pleasure for me to answer your questions.